And do I need to tell you what Fringe is about? Fringe is about a FBI agent, female FBI agent, and along with this mad scientist and his son, and they investigate really bizarre phenomena that happens, weird deaths, you know, and it's very strange. It's very imaginative how some of these people die, and plus there's these people that are crossing over from a parallel universe. That's an ongoing plot of soldiers from another dimension. Soldiers or warriors or spies or whatever you want to call them, that are trying to invade our time, our universe. And so I suddenly realize I'm going, this Fez Night sucks, I'm sorry. But hey, I wasn't really quite feeling it, but I'm trying. I turned the camera on, I'm doing it, okay? And so I'll drink some more coffee. I am, oh yeah, feel free to use this against me because I vlog and talk about whatever I want. My enemies that watch my show. But I'm on a, I'm taking a very, very small dose of an antidepressant. My doctor that I saw years ago, he's such a good guy. He put that out. He contacted me out of nowhere, out of the blue, and I saw him, and I filled out a bunch of paperwork. It was a bunch of batteries of questionnaires, and it was, I guess he's doing a study to see where some of his former patients are at. And in trade, he's giving me some free services. And he didn't have to do that. He was so cool for him to do that. And so I'm on a new antidepressant, and I'm still getting used to it. There were a couple days I actually felt really a lot better. But today I feel kind of edgy, kind of like not quite right. And then sometimes I get these hand tremors. That's why for the longest time I was avoiding medication, because I thought, well, I don't want to go through this adjustment period over again, but I might as well. And if I'm going to get back out there into the job world and regain my confidence. Oh, and thank you for my enemies for trying to kill my confidence. Yeah, make me self-conscious. Tear me apart while I'm on YouTube. Come at me with your little knives. So I'm trying to get my head back together and go out there and go, yeah, okay, I can go out there and be somebody again, you know? At my age, it feels like, oh, man, it was hard enough when I was young, but it's worse at my age. I don't know. I've always been this way, my whole life, you know? But once I get some traction, get my foot in the door somewhere, it'll be different. But the whole process, I really hate. I hate the whole looking for work thing. So where was I? Yeah, I was just realizing how much this Fez Night sucks. But and it could be some of the adjustment. I'm supposed to be more up and, you know, in there for it. Part of the other thing is I put on another hat last Fez, and I've even begun to question the whole Fez thing, you know, putting on this silly hat and then trying to vlog seriously. But it's my trademark, you know. It's a brand, and I've spent a long time not developing it, but I picked this brand and I'm sticking with it. I've got a lot of hats in my collection, probably hats that make me look a lot more attractive and not so much like a clown. Someone even called my Fez a dunce cap on more than one occasion. A dunce cap has a point on it, okay? So who's the dunce? I can't tell the difference between a Fez and a dunce cap. A dunce cap comes to a point, okay? See, the Fez is flat on top. Therefore, it is almost the anti-dunce cap, okay? The Fez is almost a symbol of being a special member of a special group. Or maybe the Illuminati. So, okay, speaking of Illuminati, we'll segue into the conspiracy theory of the lizard people. Okay, so getting back to watching Hulu. I was, and they had this show on a long time ago, and I'm really surprised that they they tried it a second time because it failed the first time around. Get the Fez just right. And it was a program called V. And I'm a science fiction fan. I remember when they ran this show before, and it was about this alien population. It's kind of like along the lines of that Twilight Zone, To Serve Man. These aliens invade Earth. It seems like they're trying to help us. But it turns out that the long-term plan is they want to eat us. And that's what the other V was. They disguise themselves as humans, but they're really lizard people, which sort of ties in with that Illuminati conspiracy business about, oh, unless you're sort of a sci-fi fan or conspiracy nut theory, it ties in with Alex Jones and all these other weird stuff that you see on YouTube. The lizard people and Zeitgeist and all that other stuff. And there's probably some of my fans that believe this sort of people that watch Fez Night might really be true believers in this. I don't know. But it's almost there, the truthers, and then it goes further and further and further, and the Illuminati. So anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, talk to your friends. I don't want to spend a Fez Night on it. It's like, talk about going down the rabbit hole. FEMA camps, all that stuff. Oh, by the way, I don't want to make it all about this person, but there's a YouTuber that he knows about the FEMA camps and really knows people that belong to FEMA. Tim, Cyber9 Rounder 1. Talk to him if you want to know about the FEMA stuff. Anyway, V, okay? So they did this show before. So I watched the pilot of the new version and on Hulu. And I'll tell you, it was pretty good. And but one of the main things that made it so good for me was the leader of the invading group, who watch the show for yourself. Turns out they're not exactly invaders; they've been here all along. But anyway, that's a sort of minor plot thing. The actress that is portraying the leader is so gorgeous. And I guess the camera angles and the lighting and whatever, and this actress, what she brings to it, is so, I want to say, enchanting, charisma. It's sort of like you just look at her and she smiles, and you're going to fall in love with her. And you know me, you followed me that I've said, citizenkong has a thing about redheads, which I do, but I've dated. Not that I've dated a lot of women in my life. Hey, I'm a nerd. What am I going to, they're not like beating down the doors to get to me or anything. But I have dated brunettes and blondes and redheads. And I did date a brunette who wore her hair very short. And I can find that very attractive, a short-haired woman. And anyway, it's sort of this actress is like, whoa.